Wake up, wake up, wake up, get out of bed. It's 6:44 a.m. Oh! Put those drops in your eyes because it's TGIF Day here. We're already celebrating. The drugs must be kicking in. Hey, you guys, come on, lighten up, will you? The smoke's so thick in here, I can't even see who's sitting on my, lap. Speaking of celebrations, you party animals are in for a weekend full of indoor fun. And hey, if you remember any of it, give me a call on Monday. When I'm high, I'm floating. I'm someone worth knowing. I'm fearless with women. Oh, come on, get with it. Get wasted, just take it, let's party right now. Don't care about that, long as I am high. Don't care about that, long as I
Drug use in America is nothing new, but we've never been in as much trouble with it as we are now. Our youngsters, American youngsters, are more involved with drugs than any other kids in the civilized world. Why is that? Well, there are a lot of different reasons for a lot of different kids who have one thing in common. They have the opportunity. And no child is invulnerable to this epidemic. Your child is just as likely to use drugs as any other kid. And these days, that is very likely. We're living in a society that uses drugs in astonishing quantities. You probably have in your very own medicine cabinet a pharmaceutical remedy for any health problem you and any member of your family has ever had. Now, these are the drugs that are socially acceptable. Drugs are big business. The liquor and tobacco industries spend billions each year to promote their products, and they aren't spending that kind of money for nothing. Our children are every bit as susceptible to the lure of these ads as we are. Ask a 9-year-old if he intends to drink when he grows up, and he'll likely tell you, yes, sure he is. And before he's anywhere near legal drinking age, he'll already have sworn allegiance to a particular brand of beer. So even though the law clearly prohibits teenagers from drinking, 67% of high school seniors drink regularly. And drunk driving is their leading cause of death. 25% of high school seniors smoke marijuana on a regular basis. The use of cocaine by children of all ages is steadily rising, and the majority of these kids use several drugs, not just one. Isn't it amazing that Americans, who value their freedom above all else, are allowing themselves to become slaves to a drug culture? Well, drug use is more and more considered to be just fine, perfectly okay behavior, hip even, cool, definitely in. There are whole magazines devoted to illicit drug use. But even regular magazines have their share of messages. Now, some heavy metal rock groups extol the virtues of drugs, and kids worship these people. And how can a kid resist this message? This is funny, right? Or this one. See, this is very grown-up stuff. Getting together with the other kids and talking about that incredible high. And what kid is going to believe that pot and cocaine can ruin his health or destroy his life when he smokes them out of cute little toys and gadgets like these? Looks like an ordinary soda can, no? Feels like one, too. Let me show you how this works. The fun just never ends. Now, this epidemic of drug use is a very troubling situation, and a lot of other parents share your concern.
I have an 11-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 2-year-old, and I'm afraid for them to go to school anywhere. There's even drugs in the grade school.
I think it's a shame that there's no drug-free high schools in the country. I think teenagers right now that are exposed to drugs at an early age mess up their lives before they even have a chance to live them.
It's growing all of the time, and the children are younger and younger. And in years to come, we're really going to look back and say this is a terrible thing that happened.
Drugs are really getting worse, and it scares me to death to think about what's going on.
Well, that's what this program is all about what you, the parent, can do for your own child before he's deeply, dangerously involved with drugs. So we've asked the leading professionals in this field, and other parents, and some children to share their ideas. And we've invited some highly respected actors to participate in a workshop where they will demonstrate communication skills you can practice at home that will help you stay in touch and in charge. The future you save will be your child's. Let's first define our terms here. When we talk about drugs, what drugs do we mean? Let's go find some kids and ask them.
I've seen kids go to school drunk, throw up on desk, right in front of teachers.
PCP, yeah. Angel dust. I know a couple of kids who've used it. They like to lace their joints with it. It's supposed to give you this incredible high, but you can get pretty violent on it.
Like at the mall and stuff, there's kids that smoke and do pot.
I see a lot of athletes using uppers. That's a big thing in our sports program.
Drugs are in the schools, everywhere. Turn the corner, drugs.
Cocaine is very popular in my high school. It's a real common drug that everybody seems to be into.
Now, don't think it's unusual to find children so conversant about drugs. Even when they're not using them, they know all about them, and it's really easy for kids to get their hands on drugs these days. They don't have to meet some shady dope dealer from the mafia. A kid nowadays buys dope from his brother or sister, his best friend, or the parents of his friends. The vast majority of drug deals in this country are among friends, and that goes for adults, too.